Guerneville resident and highly decorated combat veteran. We are pleased, I know, yeah. We are pleased to present the world premiere of his dramatic adaptation of this excerpt from his eco-epic Ghost Dance of the Animal People. I truly appreciate his feedback and ongoing involvement with our group in helping bring his archetypical vision to fruition. This has been a challenging piece to present to you tonight, and I'm indebted to our talented cast for their dedication and good-natured approach to the hard work we put into this piece. Provided us with this really handsome bound edition. Sweet. And I'd love to start with the author's note. At tribal meetings, it was not uncommon for Native Americans to give voice to animals in the environment that might be affected by their decisions. In the Pacific Northwest, elaborate, stylized costumes were made to portray the transcendent nature of animals. These enactments developed into dramatic performances that were extant in their traditions long before the coming of Europeans and William Shakespeare. Wild animals were called the animal people, and humans, two-legged animals. The following drama is derived from Native American stories, legends, and cultural motifs. Material has also been drawn from written works of Barry Lopez, Emma Clark, Gary Snyder, Mourning Dove, and especially Peter Bluecloud. So let your imagination take you now to the majestic shores of Puget Sound and the ghost dance of the animal people. Curtain.
Brown Bear stands atop a forest ridge, hidden in the foliage of a fir tree. He hears the whine of chainsaws below and the clanking of tractor treads, the growling of diesel trucks, and he knows what these things mean. Brown Bear pushes a branch down to better see the harm being done to the forest. Trees reduced to tree stumps, deer running in confusion, the frantic chirping of birds that have lost their nests and nestlings. He sighs with disappointment, hardly noticing that Raven has alighted on a bough beside him. Raven senses the deep sadness of Brown Bear, greatest of land animals along the coast of the inland sea. After a long silence, Raven speaks.
God, I saw how sad you have become, Brown Bear, watching the approach of the two-legged animals. God, your jaw seems set against the things that lie before you. God.
Good morning, Raven. My jaw is set against nothing, except perhaps some ripe elderberries, should they be set before me. Nothing endures outside the will of Grandfather. But it is difficult to keep pace with the changes that befall us.
Caw. You are the wisest of the animal people. What is to be done? Caw.
I have been dwelling on the matter for some time now. I think there is only one thing that can be done.
Something to be done? Caw. What can we do?
What is needed is strong medicine.
Caw. That is true. But where? Where is such medicine to be found? Caw. We have never done battle with the two-legged.
No, it is not war medicine I speak of. What is needed is a great medicine song and medicine dance.
Medicine song? Medicine dance? Caw, caw.
Yes, I am thinking that one of the animal people might lead all the children of Grandfather in a great medicine chant and medicine dance. We will call upon Grandfather for help. Only he, the Ancient One, can help us.
Yes, one of the animal people who would lead with great medicine.
A special animal with the wiles to prevail against the two-legged animals, but who is close to the heart of
Yes, of course. Have you decided who this leader will be?
I have.
And who?
I have decided to seek the help of Coyote.
Coyote?
Raven nearly falls from his perch as he chokes and sputters on that name.
Coyote? That mangy, snaggle-toothed, chicken-thieving, good-for-nothing flea bag? Why, Grey Wolf ran him out of the forest a long time ago, and it's a good thing he did.
Raven, you forget. Coyote was first of the animal people created by Grandfather. And the coyote was chosen by Grandfather to help in the creation of the animal people and to give us our names. It was Coyote who helped create the standing people in the image and likeness of Sasquatch, the forest watcher.
That scoundrel is little more than a cheap imitation of Grey Wolf. His shenanigans are notorious, and the laughingstock of four-legged and winged animals. Even swimming and crawling animals hold him in low regard. They laugh at him, but stay clear of him. You know the saying, never trust Coyote.
Enough of this rivalry between Raven and Coyote. I have need of you both. Now listen closely. Soon, I will tell the four-legged animals to come and build their lodges on the gathering shore. Within a day or two, you will go to Eagle, chief of the flying people. Ask him to announce my plans to all the winged ones, telling them to bring feathers. All winged people, small and large, are to bring feathers. Do you understand what you are to do?
Caw, caw. But why in 2 days? Shouldn't I go now? Caw.
No, we must do one thing first before we begin our preparations. Pay close attention to my instructions for what you must do now. You are to follow the great waters south, keeping Mount Tahoma to the east. Fly over the forest lands to the great river where the standing people have built their crossing.
Later that day, Coyote slept in the shade of a rocky outcrop and scraggly pine trees. He rested peacefully, snoring with a wheezing sound in his snout. But a fly kept buzzing about, so he curled up into a ball of fur, head tucked inside his hind legs, tail laid across his ears. He tried to sleep again, but the fly's interruptions left him restive instead of resting. He peeked out through strands of dog hair, anticipating the pesky visitor. A black figure whisked across the sand beside him. His ears perked. What the hell was that? The fly seemed to have grown immensely. The shadowy figure flew back in the opposite direction, even larger. His curiosity piqued. He watched the ground with keen interest, half expecting to be blindsided by a giant insect. A cackling voice sounded above him.
Good afternoon, Coyote.
Coyote turned upward to the overhanging branches of a scrub pine. He focused on the black figure perched on a dead, broken tree limb. It was Crow. This was odd. He had no quarrels with Crow, but they rarely spoke.
Howdy, Crow. Crow, you say? Look again, my fine furry friend. Raven? At your service.
What was Raven doing out here in the desert basin, so far from the sea? This is some kind of hallucination or bad trip. Must be something I ate. Last night, feasting on scraps from garbage cans of local ranchers, greasy chicken skins, stale French fries, burnt cookies. That was it, chocolate chip cookies. Must have been the cookies. Stories are going around about strange substances the two-leggeds are putting in their cookies and brownies.
What's the matter, Coyote? Bobcat got your tongue?
You, Raven, provide a service for Coyote? Raven, what in tarnation are you talking about?
Strictly business. A business deal.
This is a real bad trip. First a fly turns into crow, then crow turns into raven, and now Raven, my arch rival, wants to make a business deal out on the edge of the desert. Well, this is the end of it for chocolate chip cookies, that's for damn sure. Business deal? What kind of business deal?
Coyote, I'll be honest. I'm here on business for Brown Bear.
Brown Bear sent you to speak with me?
He did. Brown Bear needs you to help him with something important.
What help could Brown Bear possibly need from me?
It's about the two-leggeds. Things are getting out of hand. He's calling for a powwow of the animal people. He wants all the animals from west of the Great Mountains to come together on the shore of the inland sea, and some from the east as well.
Powwow? Of the animal people? It's been a long time since we've done that. Eons, I reckon. What do we do?
We'll call upon Grandfather to help. It's getting pretty bad with the new two-leggeds. Forests are cut, hills and even mountains are pushed flat. They poison the rivers. Some of the animal people have passed away, and we fear that we too will become ghosts. We must call upon Grandfather to help his children with a great medicine song and medicine dance. Brown Bear wants you to come as our song dog and medicine leader. God!
I understand how y'all feel, and Brown Bear knows how I respect his wisdom, but I'm doing very well since these new two-leggeds have taken over. Never had it so easy. While the food they leave for me, they even put out live animals at night for me to chew on. Fluffy little four-leggeds, sort of like Bobcat. They look at really dumb doggies with curly fur and make tasty morsels. I no longer have to chase Roadrunner or any of that. The two-leggeds even celebrate with fire sticks when I come around. I'm sorry, but I'm doing quite well with things just as they are.
Caw! There you go again, thinking only about yourself. Haven't you learned anything after all these eons?
Listen, Raven. No self-respecting scoundrel's gonna fall for a line like that. What's in it for me? I can't go running off on some wild escapade, helping other animals out of the kindness of my heart. I have a reputation to uphold.
A reputation to uphold.
That's right.
Okay, Coyote, you win. I'll go back and tell all the animals you won't be coming. But Beaver Woman is going to be sore disappointed. She was asking about you. Beaver Woman? That's what I said. You remember Beaver Woman? Or has it been too long for you to remember? Should I tell her you've forgotten?
I ain't forgot Beaver Woman. I ain't forgot any of the animals of the forests and the mountains and the inland sea. You know what they say. Coyote never forgets. Maybe you're right, though. I should be more considerate of the other animals. Still, if somebody wants something from me, they should be willing to give me something in return. Don't you reckon?
You want something from Brown Bear? Or Beaver Woman?
No, I ain't talking about Brown Bear or Beaver Woman. I'm talking about you.
All right, Coyote. You want something from me? What do you want?